let's see what is a computer. Mm, a computer is an electronic device that manipulates information or data. Why is computer called an electronic device? Is a computer is built using several electronic devices like mm, transistors and also other electronic devices like diodes. Since electronic devices are used to make computers, that is why computer is called an electronic device. So generally, if you consider this box as a computer takes input, performs some operations on the input and gives out output. So this input can be any data, like for example, let's say you are giving your name. Computer is taking the name as input, doing something with it and showing you some output. Or take another example, let's say you are playing a computer game. The input you give is commands. You might use keyboard or you can use mouse to give several commands, and computer will process all those commands from keyboard and mouse and do something with that, like moving a character in the game from one point to another point and show that result as output. So generally, a computer is an electronic device which takes input, processes the input and gives out output. And also you can see here, computer has the ability to store, retrieve and process data. For example, in the computer game, let's say you are making some score, highest score. That score is stored, and after you close the game and again open the game, that highest score is again retrieved and displayed on the screen as output. So a computer can store, retrieve and if needed process the data. Let's move on. So here we can see the general architecture or block diagram of a computer. So if you look at a computer, what are the main parts you can see in a computer? In 1940s, a person called von Neumann proposed a concept called stored program concept. According to this stored program concept, in a computer there will be some kind of memory which is used to store data, and there will be another component called central processing unit, CPU, which will take the data from main memory, do something with the data and give out that as output. Of course, there is third component, input output devices. So a CPU, or also called as processor, takes input, and for example, let's say from the keyboard I am giving some data like 10, 20 values. That value will be stored in main memory, and let's say I want to add those values. Let's say 10 and 20 are already there in memory. I want to perform addition operation. So CPU will take this 10 and 20 from memory, perform the plus operation and store it back to memory or give it as a result to output device. So you can see here, CPU contains generally two important parts. One is arithmetic logic unit and another one is control unit. Arithmetic, logical or logic unit, and program control unit, CU. All the arithmetic operations and logical operations are performed by arithmetic logic unit, in short ALU. So in the previous example, I wanted to perform 10 plus 20. 10 and 20 will be there in the memory. CPU will read these things from the memory and apply plus operation. The component which does this addition operation is ALU. And this control unit, as the name implies, it controls several things that happens in the computer. It acts as a traffic police. Like, for example, when I want to view data from keyboard, it will allow the computer to read data, and again it gives signals to store the data into the main memory. And also when the CPU wants to read the data from main memory, like it wants to access 10 and 20, it will give signals, okay, now you can read data. Such kind of controlling things are done by control unit. So that's it about block diagram of a computer. So in this video we have seen what is a computer and also what is the architecture or block diagram of a computer. Thank you.